The moment that changed everything for me wasn't just finding more discipline. It was discovering that food cravings for diabetics are a biochemical trap and not just a character flaw. After helping over 100 clients break free from this exact cycle, we've identified the 3-step process that still works even when willpower fails. Today, I'm showing you the same 7-day protocol that helped Michael, one of my type 2 diabetic clients, go from raiding the pantry every night at 3 a.m. to forgetting about snacks entirely. In fact, his doctor was so impressed with his A1C results after 3 months that he asked him what medication he's currently on. But little did he know that Michael had actually reversed the metformin that he was taking. And this approach works specifically for diabetics because most nutritionists miss the unique blood sugar craving connection and how the gut health of a diabetic changes their cravings. And in the next 9 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you can implement this 7-day system. But I should warn you, this isn't about restriction or discipline. It's about understanding the biochemistry of your cravings so that you can shut them down at the source. So let me show you how it works. For those of you that are new here, my name is Benjamin Green. I'm a Christian type 2 diabetic health coach, and I help providing men beat diabetes with holy health. So we're going to be taking a look now at the laptop. I'm going to show you a few things that we can implement in the next 7 days to help you get the results that you're here for. And if you want to get more than just free videos on YouTube, I have free biblical health guides in the description of this video. It's a newsletter where I will send you every 2 to 3 days my favorite sweeteners, my favorite meals, my favorite alternatives, and some ways that you can fast to accelerate your results. So it's absolutely free to join in the description of this video, but let's get into the topic that you came here for. Brother, welcome to the lab. We are going to be talking about the simple 7-day gut reset that rebalances your gut, it starves sugar cravings, and it boosts digestion. And when we boost our digestion, what we're really doing is resetting our mitochondria. And with this, your metabolism goes up, inflammation goes down, insulin sensitivity goes up, and insulin resistance goes down. So these are the 4 core principles, and then we're going to talk about how you can do this and why it works. So I want you to focus on a simple routine, which we're going to build together. And here are the core principles. So we're going to focus on 0-calorie supplements that support gut healing. And the reason we are doing 0-calorie is because we're trying to stay away from carbs. We're trying to sort of fast so that we can starve out the bad, harmful bacteria inside of your gut that are telling your brain to feed it more sugar. And this causes bloat, it causes inflammation, and it completely wrecks your metabolism. So the first supplement that we're going to take is creatine. We're going to take 5 grams per day, which is roughly a scoop. It's very affordable. And this is going to support your gut lining, integrity, and it's going to help you with your energy. The second thing is electrolytes. We're going to focus on the core 3, which is sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Please make sure that it's sugar-free and naturally sweetened with either stevia or monk fruit. Try and stay away from aspartame. Aspartame in Coke Zero, Diet Coke, or Dr. Pepper Zero, or even some people put aspartame in their electrolyte powders. What that does is it feeds the harmful bacteria and it actually kills the good bacteria, the bacteria that we get from fermented foods that support gut health. These electrolytes are also going to help you prevent fatigue during fasting. And the third thing we're going to focus on, and this is often overlooked, is L-glutamine. We're going to opt for 5 to 10 grams per day. It repairs leaky gut, which is vitamin B deficiency, and it's very common in diabetics. And it also reduces sugar cravings. I wanted to share a little bit more here on L-glutamine. So I was first introduced to L-glutamine from my dad because he would take it after we have a German Shepherd when I used to stay with him named Luke. And Luke is such a gorgeous dog. And my dad would take Luke to the forest, he would take Luke to the sea, and he was constantly running and hiking and climbing mountains. But because he's now entering his 50s, his knees started to obviously age. So he started taking something called L-glutamine. And this is how I got introduced to it. Now, L-glutamine will be in, you'll find it in like whey protein and whey concentrate and whatnot. But where do we actually get it from? And here's what's interesting, is that creatine and L-glutamine are both found in high quality red meat. So if you don't want to supplement and you want to get these naturally, you can break your fast with high quality red meat, but please make sure that it's grass fed. We know that grain-fed red meat has a higher impact on blood sugar and inflammation. So even yesterday, I mean, my brother got back from Dubai from a work trip, and we went, he treated us very generously to an IV bar, which is like when you sit on those couches and you get this IV drip that goes into your body and feeds you like vitamin B12 or electrolytes or vitamin C. But what it was very rich in was L-glutamine, and I found that very interesting. And I felt like, I don't know if you guys have seen Breaking Bad, but when he has to go for his cancer checkups and he sits in this room of other people on like a drip, that's kind of how it felt like, but it was a bit more lighthearted. So L-glutamine is crazy. It is the greatest amino acid that you can take for your gut. I always say to clients, we need to just spam L-glutamine. Whether that means eating more red meat or supplementing it, it's very affordable and there's no reason not to. It's also 0 calorie, so you're going to stay in a fast. The fourth thing is timed eating window. So we're going to delay breakfast until noon. And what this is going to do is it's going to extend overnight fasting. So if you go to bed at 10 p.m. and you have your first meal at noon, that means that you fasted for essentially 14 hours. And this is going to begin starving the sugar-dependent bacteria that lives in your gut. It's going to reduce bloating, it's going to reduce inflammation in the liver, in the gut, in the kidneys, and it's going to reduce cravings. But let's move on. So, how do we now break our fast? So it's noon, you've had the electrolytes, you've had the creatine, you've had the glutamine, but now it's noon and you're hungry. How do we break the fast? So I want you to focus on organic yogurt. If it's Greek, that's great. If it's full cream, that's great. And this has probiotics, which allows the good bacteria that we're looking for to multiply. And we're also going to add some mixed nuts. Things like cashews, almonds, walnuts are great. If you're allergic to nuts, we can take a look at eggs instead. Not adding eggs in your yogurt separately. But the mixed nuts are very high in healthy fats, they're very high in protein, and they're also loaded with fiber and vitamin B1, which is also beneficial for the gut. Then with eggs, I would opt for boiled, scrambled, or fried in grass-fed butter. And we don't want to be doing seed oils. Please avoid seed oils. They are very, very harmful for your metabolism, and they can also cause bloat. The last thing that we're going to add to the routine here is after dinner. So after dinner, I want you to end your day with apple cider vinegar. And we're going to do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in water before bed. And this is going to balance stomach acid and it's going to aid digestion. I want you to think of apple cider vinegar, and I've told my girlfriend this a million times. She's probably so annoyed with me. But I always say, baby, you've got to take your apple cider vinegar before bed. And she's like, oh, that doesn't taste nice. And she pulls these like funny faces and things. And I tell her, what apple cider vinegar does is it's basically what a mommy bird does for a baby bird. The mommy bird bites the worm, it chews it up, and it spits it into the baby bird's mouth. And our bodies are often not equipped to deal with modern processed foods. And because of this, we need to resensitize our body and we need to aid our body in digesting what we've been eating for years. And the best way to do that is with apple cider vinegar. You're going to notice in the morning that you will wake up with more stable fasted blood sugar. And it's really going to help your body combat those cravings and break down any excess sugar. As you start weightlifting, you're also going to notice that apple cider is going to help your body get sugar into the muscle through that breakdown process. So let's take a look at why this works. So fasting and supplements weaken the bad bacteria. Probiotic foods like yogurt or good fermented foods, maybe kombucha, repopulate good bacteria. And then apple cider vinegar and glutamine, they seal your gut lining, and this reduces cravings. So here's an example of a daily schedule that you can try. So in the morning, we're going to have water, electrolytes, glutamine, and creatine. At noon, we're going to break our fast with yogurt. Oh, there's a Porsche in the road, busy sending it. At noon, we're gonna break our fast with organic. Try get like fatty full cream yogurt, mixed nuts, and we can have some boiled eggs as well, just for some extra satiety and protein. Then for dinner, when we have our dinner with our wife or a balanced meal, whatever it is, try to avoid processed sugars. And before bed, we're going to have apple cider vinegar in water. You can add some more electrolyte powder to it if you want to get some magnesium to help you with sleep. And if you want to take away that taste, because it's an acquired taste, you know, it's kind of like when you're a kid and you have a beer for the first time at a family barbecue. And then when you're older and you have a beer, it's like, oh, it tastes nice. Apple cider vinegar will grow on you. It might be rough in the beginning, but you will adjust, I promise you. And I want you to stick to this routine for 7 days. And if you can commit to this routine for the next 7 days, you're going to reset your gut, you're going to crush cravings, and you're going to improve digestion. So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to learn more about how to build muscle as a diabetic so that you can fight off blood sugar problems for the long term, you can watch this video right over here where I explain exactly how I've been helping guys do that. Stay blessed by the best. God bless your health journey, and we'll be talking soon. Bye for now.